What up, YouTube and all you sexy buddy fighters? It's Dragon King here, and I just got back from Buddy Fight Worlds 2018 in Japan, Tokyo, and it is amazing. Today I'll be doing a deck profile on my Chaos deck, which I managed to get top 4 in Worlds, and even though I didn't manage to win, but importantly is that I tried my very best. This is actually the hardest I've ever fought in any Buddy Fight event. And also, I had fun. I had really tons of fun. I guess that's important because that's why we all started in the beginning and in this journey, am I right? And also, I met a ton of new friends. It's really cool people, because in Worlds, everyone is here, and it is really crazy because there are many people that you're only able to see online, but you know, when you actually met them in real life, it is they're super cool. And I just wish I had taken a chance to take more photos with them and get to interact with them more. Unfortunately, on that day I was like super focused and into my games, and that all I thought about was was playing as hard as I can on that day. And yeah, I will also be doing a vlog on Japan. It's going to be a little bit lengthy because I just have so many things to show you guys. I met so many people that day, including Austin Summers, Joseph, and so many people from so many different countries that everyone was super cool. And I also met a different fight. It's really an amazing, crazy event, which I had just so much fun in. Alright, so let's get on with the deck profile. Oh, and this is the World's Final participation card that you will get. It is so cool. Just look at this. It's the Thunder Emperor Dragon Baobats, with its purple border, never seen before, and it just looks amazing. If I play Thunder Empire, I will definitely use him as my buddy. Alright, so for the Chaos deck profile, my buddy, I play Chaos Daryl Barrack. Reason being because you will almost always call him no matter what situation. It is you check the top 3 cards of your deck and you just basically pick one of them. It's just amazing, you can pick any card. Alright, as for the size 90, I play 3 Gear God 99. So it's super strong because pay 3 gauge, he has the normal Chaos Drain, and what's crazy is his Overkill effect. Discard a card from your hand during this turn and call up to 3 Chaos monsters from your drop zone by paying their call cost. And if your opponent cards attack 6 times or more this turn, just end their turn. It has Penetrate, and it is really powerful because Overturn is sort of like on a whole new timing by itself, and your opponent cannot counter or react to Overturn. That's what makes it so crazy. So what I like to do is usually I will take the opportunity to call what I really need during that situation. Usually if I need advantage, I'll call like Chaos Daryl Barrack, Osiris, and probably another gain advantage card. Next up, I play 3 Ruler of Chaos Gear God 7. So this is your OG Gear God, which you use to just call monsters for free during any of the battle phase, at the beginning of the battle phase. Next up, I play 2 Gear God 8. This card is really amazing because when a monster on your center is destroyed, pay 2 gauge and call him. If he's called during your opponent's turn, you can call 1 monster for free, any monster. So I will take this opportunity to call, you have to call a size 3 or below. I'll take this opportunity to call something really gauge heavy, like Death Tadika, or something that you really need to crumble your opponent during that turn. Maybe like something that can destroy a monster or destroy a card. That would be amazing. And next up, I play 2 of the TD Gear God Manufacturer Havoc Gear God 7. So this card is really powerful because why I like this card in this deck is that you can put souls into it, put cards into his soul, and you can call a monster, And this is very important because in this meta there is a lot of destruction, there's a lot of bouncing, which this guys actually solves a lot of the problems, and it's a super tanky monster with chaos territory as well, and the classic ultimate gear god attack power. Next up, I play 3 of Chaos Aquarius. This deck requires super a lot of gauge, as you can see from the amount of gear gods I play. And this guy solves so many gauge problems. Basically, you come out and for every different number of chaos monsters, you can actually plus the amount of gauge. Next up, I play 2 of Chaos Vessel Golem. This card is powerful because it's one of your main draw engines. Basically, you pay 1 gauge and pay 1 life. When this card destroyed by card effects, draw 2 cards. Only activates 1 per turn. At the end of this battle, you may pay 1 gauge and if you do not destroy this card. So basically, attack, pay 1 gauge, restand, attack again, destroy it, and basically draw 2 cards. Also, there's a few combos which you can use with Chaos Drain to let you draw this card immediately. Use his draw power. Next up, we play 2 Chaos Gorgas. This card is really crazy because at a cost of 1 gauge, and by tapping this card, you can take back any monsters you want from this deck. So I really love decks that utilizes almost the whole decks, because basically the whole deck is in your control. You know, you can control your entire deck. By if you need a Gear God 99, you take Gear God 99. If you need your advantage cards, you just get your advantage cards. I only play 2 of him. It's like a filler card. This card can be just any monster card. It's really powerful. Next up, which is the Buddy, I play 4 of him, as you can see. And next card is 3 Chaos Osiris. This card, when it's entered the field, if I have a monster in my center, I can charge and draw. The reason why I only play 3, some of you might think is crazy, because this Chaos deck has so much draw power, so much milling, and so much getting monsters back. So if having too many of this, I feel would be a little bit cloggy. Yeah, so I think 3 is just a really nice number, since there's so many utility you can to bring him back to life. Next up, I play 3 of Chaos Rising Flare. Now this is one of the best cards in this set for Chaos, because basically you mill 3 cards, and if there's a size 3 or greater monster, which I mean there will almost always be, you can destroy one of your opponent monster, and if all of them are monsters, you get to draw 1 card. So the trick is to play as many monsters as you can, minimize your spells to let you draw, almost guarantee draw the card. So basically, it is as good as come down, destroy a monster, mill your drop zone, because milling is very important, and draw a card. How amazing is this card? Next up, I play 2 of Chaos Edward. Now this is also one of the key cards, which when you attack, you can choose to put 1 card into your gauge, gain a life, and draw a card. Also, when he enters the field, you can destroy a monster or bounce a monster. Now this is so powerful because bouncing in this meta is really important. If you're able to bounce the butts, then he won't be able to kill you. The reason I only play 2, because the core cost is kind of heavy. You have to put a monster into this card. So now we all know that Chaos starts with only 4 cards, right? If this card happens to be in one of your opening hands, it is pretty hard to use him, because you want him to come out during like mid game or so, where you can actually have a decent hand size and call him. It won't feel so heavy, the call cost. Yeah, so since you start with 4 hand cards, it is super important that your hand is very consistent, and that you get almost like what you really need during the very first turn. Next up, I play 3 of Chaos Ozaclines. Basically, send a spell and 2 monsters back into your bottom of your deck. You get a gain 1 life, charge and draw. Dragon Emperor Legend. Very powerful card. And next up, I play 3 of Chaos Ibuki. So this card is one of the key cards of my deck because basically if he enters by effect, you can destroy 1 card. Now, destroying a monster is very powerful, but destroying any card, now that's insane. So you can combo it by using one of the spells to Machining Sacrifice and call him again. It is called by monster effect to destroy any card. Destroying cards actually solves a lot of weaknesses from this deck, and also it counters a lot of deck which centralizes on 1 card. Alright, next up, I play 1 card of Chaos Death Talika. So pay 3 gauge. When this card would leave the field, put a total of 3 monsters all deep into your drop zone to the bottom of the deck. If you do, this card remains on the field. This card is so powerful because imagine this. You have a Chaos Gear God and you have a Death Talika. If they choose to kill your Chaos Gear God, you just Death Talika away and remove 3, and you get your Gear God to survive it, and your Death Talika stays on the field as well. So that's why I say milling is so important in this deck, because you want your drop zone to fill as much as possible. Then after that, if you're able to summon him, you'll probably be invincible with your Gear God. This also protects you from all the bouncing, because Gear God Chaos Drain, which says leaves the field. If you bounce my Gear God, I can just use Chaos Talika skill and I'll be immortal from that time on. Also, there's so many cards that helps you mill in this deck, such as your buddy Chaos Darrow Barak, Chaos Rising Flare, and a bunch of cards which requires a lot of gauge, which fills your drop zone pretty easily, I would say. Playing one of his I would say is a perfect number, because like if let's say you only need 1 of him in the game, you won't call 2 of him, you only need 1, and you'll probably secure your invincibility. And also, if you use Ozaclines to put back cards into the bottom of the deck, even if he's at the very bottom of the deck, you know, eventually he will slowly make his way up to the deck, and you will draw him. And it's never too late to draw this guy. Even if you draw him at the very last minute, he'll just help you a lot. For the last monster, I play 2 Chaos Alberon. This is basically a consistency card. When it's sent to the field, you get a mill 2 cards and draw 1 card. Like I said, milling is so important in this deck, and it also helps you to draw 1 card as well. So this deck is very important. For your consistency is very important. I play 2, not too much, because he doesn't have any super special effects. Next up, for the spells, I only play 12 spells, which I try to minimize the spells as much as possible for Chaos Rising Flare. Alright, I play 4 Machining Sacrifice. This is one of the best spells in Chaos. The best, actually. You may only cast this card during your opponent's turn. Put a monster from your field into the drop zone and call a size 3 or greater monster from your drop zone by paying its call cost. Now this card is so powerful because basically depending on the situation, you can call anything. One of my favorite combos is during my opponent's turn, use him to call Gear God 99 and use Overkill. That's one of my all-star favorite moves. Next up, I play 4 of Population Reduction. Now this card is also super powerful because put a size 3 or greater monster from your field into the drop zone, pay 1 life, draw 2 cards. Come on, pay 1 life is just nothing. You can gain so much life in this deck as well. It's as good as free, and also it helps you to negate Penetrate as well. And it does not say if you destroy a monster, draw 2 cards. The call cost is destroy a monster, so either way, you will definitely get to draw the 2 cards. Next up, I play the one who comes from Havoc. This is also another draw spell. If if you have 2 or more chaos on your field, pay 1 gauge, draw 2 cards. Like a nice one. Nice one. And the last card we play is a Ruler's Privilege. Now, you may only cast this card if you have 3 or more originally size 3 monsters, which is very easy to fulfill. You can choose one to use one of the following: put a card from your drop zone into your hand, or counter stand one of your size 3 or greater monsters. Now this card is so powerful because, well, you can just take any card from the drop zone, or you can go for kill and stand your monster, or if opponent likes to rest your important monster, just stand it and attack your opponent. You caught them by surprise. Now I only play 2 because early game, again, it's not that powerful. Only when in late games it's so strong. You can just take anything from your drop zone into your hand, and it's also a counter card. It's so powerful. Right now I'll show you guys some cool combos that you can do with this deck, and it's one of my this is one of my few favorite combos that I love to use as well. So the first combo is the Aquarius combo. So what you would do to maximize his effect. So if let's say you have 4 monsters on the field with a Gear God, you call him to the center and you choose a monster to be sent to the field, correct? Due to oversize, you choose Gear God, and then if Gear God would be to leave the field, you can use him to Chaos Drain away, and so this triggers the effect of gaining 4 gauge, because when he enters the field and left the field, you have 4 different monsters you have 4 other chaos monsters which you can gain 4 gauge. That is pretty crazy because you get the 1 extra gauge. Next favorite combo is the one with Chaos Vessel Golem. Also, if you have 4 monsters on the field, call him to the center and oversize Chaos Drain away. So if he is destroyed by monster effect, you will get to draw the 2 cards, which is very crazy. If you don't want to go to battle phase yet, you want to use him like a spell, a nice one, you can do that as well. Next combo is my favorite. This is my all-time classic favorite Gear God combo to fight against the Thunder Empire. So Thunder Empire, the main winning strategy against Chaos is to use Roaring Blast to destroy all your monsters away, and then use the green color ninja guy to bounce your monsters. Then you'll be open up and they'll rush in with all the damage they can. So what I like to do is, during your very first turn, do not overextend. Maybe you play 2 monsters. Maybe you play 2 monsters on your field, because the more they destroy, the more they get to draw. So if they cast Roaring Blast during their turn, okay, they pay 2 gauge. You use Machining Sacrifice on your Chaos, on the monster in your center, and then you call Chaos Gear God to the side, okay? You might find it's very weird because people would you just rush your center, but for that, basically just crushes the Roaring Blast spell. Basically he paid 2 gauge and he didn't get to do anything, and if he chose to return your Chaos Gear God, you can then use Overkill effect. So if he does not decide to do that and he decides to go for battle phase or something, you use Overkill effect. You maybe drop your Chaos Gear God 8, and then you can call up to 3 monsters. Maybe you call this to the center, you call Chaos Barak to the side, and maybe you call this guy to the side. So 3 monsters, you get to draw, you get to call another monster for free. You call Chaos Rising Flare, destroy your monsters, and just like this, you get your full field again. So these are my favorite combos from in this Chaos deck. And as we all know, the new set is probably upcoming. I will do a updated Chaos deck profile if I can with the new cards. The new card seems very interesting, and Buddy Fight is just such an amazing game. It's just super fun. I really had the time of my life in Japan, and I really wish that I have the opportunity to go again. and compete again. We'll see, you know, we never know what holds the future. And well, that's all guys for my Chaos deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. I enjoyed it, and well, keep on buddy fighting. Oh yeah guys, so before I go, I just would like to show you some cool loots I got from Japan. This is a jackknife. It is the SP version, or the foil version. This is only available in Japan. This is Tasuku Blue Dragon Shoe, really cool. And this is the Japan exclusive card, the point exchange one, and this is a Hyakten counter. Wow, it's really nice. Let's take a look at the Japan exclusive card. Let's see, the Satsuki card. So we have two cards. We get this Satsuki, really nice card, and this is a ship of Japan. It's one of their battleships. This just looks really amazing. This card will go straight to my album. Okay guys, that's it. So remember to catch my vlog and keep on buddy